if you're interested in learning how to make Tinkerbell on your rainbow loom, just keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So to make Tinkerbell, you will need your rainbow loom hook, your rainbow loom, and some green for her dress, yellow for her hair, clear bands or white bands, or whichever color of bands you would like for her wings, and some skin tone bands. You will also need a few brown bands for her eyes. So to get started, you want to set your loom into the offset configuration, and it looks like this. The arrows are pointing away from me, and then you want to flip it sideways like so. Once you have your loom set up sideways, you want to take your yellow bands, and we're just going to make the bun that goes on top of her head first. So you want to take 2 bands, and it doesn't matter on which peg you place it. What matters is the pattern that I'm going to be doing for her bun. So you can place it like on the end of the loom, on the middle of the loom, or right here. It doesn't really matter because all you're going to need are these 4 pegs right here to make the bun. So you want to place that, 2 bands. Take another 2, place it horizontally. Take another 2, place it horizontally up there, and then take another 2, place it diagonally like so. So you will have a rhombus or a slanted square shape right there. Now you want to take 1 single yellow band, twist it. You will see 2 rings on your hook like so, and you're going to place that capping band on this peg right here like so, and then we're going to start looping. So you want to go inside that peg, grab the top bands, you should have 2, bring it back where it came from, and then go grab those 2 bottom bands, bring it to the left, 2 bottom bands, bring it down, and then go back to where your capping band is, push that back, grab those 2 bands left in there, and bring it to the left. Now take 2 green bands, and then you want to put your hook inside this channel where the loose end is. Grab that, and then taking your 2 green bands, you want to stretch it out and pull it through all those bands like so. Once you've done that, you're going to create a slip knot by putting these 2 bands inside these 2 bands, and then give it a tug. And there you have your Tinkerbell bun, and I'll show you later on how to attach it onto Tinkerbell's head. So moving on to her body, we are going to make her feet first. So to do that, you want to take 1 green band, and you want to loop it twice, so that's 1 and 2. You should see 3 rings right there, and then you're going to take 2 green bands, stretch it, pull it through, so you should have something that looks like that. And then taking your skin tone bands, you want to grab 2 bands, stretch it, pull it through, and you want to repeat that 3 more times, so you would have a total of four of these on your hook. So you already have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to be her feet or legs, and you will have to make 2 of these. So I already made 1 before I filmed this tutorial, and here's the other one. Moving on to her arms, you want to take 1 skin tone band, loop it around twice. You will see 3 rings right there. Take 2 bands, stretch it out, loop it through, and you want to do that 4 more times, so you would have a total of 5. So you already have 1, this is going to be 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So you want to set that aside, and then you want to make 1 more of these, so you will have 2 arms. Moving on to her eyes, I'm going to take 1 brown band, loop it around twice, so that's 1, and 2. You will see 3 rings again. Take 1 skin tone band, loop it around once. You will see 2 rings there, and you want to stretch it out and bring all those 4 bands inside. And you should have something that looks like this. So of course you want to set that aside again. Now moving on to Tinkerbell's body, you want to set your loom, of course, in the offset configuration with the arrows pointing towards you, like so. And we're just going to start placing band from the top of her head down to her dress. So you want to take your yellow bands, take 2 yellow bands, place it from this first peg on the center, and just bring it to the left. Take 2 more yellow bands, bring it vertically down, and then you want to take your yellow bands again, take 2. You want to do that on the other side as well. Take another 2, and you want to do that. So that's the top part of her head. Moving on with her face. You want to take 2 bands, place it vertically right here, and then you want to place it diagonally like so. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Like so. Now take another 2 yellow bands, and you're going to place it on the center. So from the first peg, just place it down vertically. Take 2 skin tone bands, place it over there, take another 2, place it over there. Now we are going to place bands for her neck, and to do that you want to take 3 skin tone bands. So just take 3. You're going to place it from her chin right here on this peg, and just bring it down vertically like so. And then you're going to take 2 bands from the end of her neck. You're going to place the bands diagonally like so. And you want to take another 2 and do the same thing on the other side. Take another 2 skin tone. You're just going to bring it down vertically. Take another 2 and you want to do that on the other side. Now we're going to start placing the bands for her dress. So take your green bands. You want to take 2 green bands. Place it vertically on the loom. That's 1. Take another 2. That's 2. Take another 2 bands. It's going to be the third one. Take another 2. And it's going to be the 4th one. And you stop right there. So you want to do the same thing on the other side, taking 2 green bands, just placing them vertically down the loom. You just want to do that 4 times. We already have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now take 2 green bands again, and from the end right here you are going to place it diagonally to the center like so. Take 2 bands again, and you just want to do the same thing on the other side like so. Now we are going to start working on the center of her body. So I'm just going to switch the angle of my loom so you can see. Take 2 skin tone bands. You want to place it from this peg. Just bring it down vertically. Take 2 green bands. Bring it down. Take another 2. Another 2. And then another 2. And lastly, another 2. So at this point you should have something that looks like this. So now we are ready to attach Tinkerbell's body parts. So take your body parts. So I'm going to take her arm first. I'm going to attach it on this side of the loom where we began her body or her shoulders, right after the neck part. So this is going to be her shoulders. I'm just going to attach that onto this peg right here. Twist it to the side. Push it down. Take her other arm. And I'm just going to place it on the opposite side, which is this one. So place it there. And then taking her legs, You want to take that and you want to attach that right where we ended those green bands. So first leg will go to this peg right here. Like so. Take the other leg, place it on the opposite side. Like so. Now we are going to place her eyes. This is what I made earlier. I just want to take them out and place it on my hook right here. Now moving on to Tinkerbell's eyes. This is what we made earlier. You want to take one skin tone band and you want to stretch that and just bring all those bands inside that single band right there. Like that. Now take your loom. You are going to attach the eyes right where the yellow band and the skin tone band meet on her head part right there. So that's the peg where we are going to place her eyes. So just place that and then take it to the other side like so. And you want to, of course, separate the two eyes. And then you have to part the band that is here, right here. Part that, take one side and bring it up to this peg. We are going to start placing our capping bands. So to begin, you take one skin tone band. Just want to put a triangle over here. Take another skin tone band. You want to place it on her shoulder area, right here. Take a green band and place it here. Another one green band. Another one. Another one. And that's about it. So now you are going to take one single green band and you're going to place a capping band over here on the last peg. So you want to twist it once, bring it back. You have two rings. Place it on this peg right here. And now we are going to start looping the bands. So I'm just going to bring my loom up, push that capping band right there, taking the top two bands and just bringing it up. So you're going to work on the center first, bring it up, bring it up, bring that up, bring that up, and then bring this up. So you're going to start bringing the bands up right there. You're going to go back on the bottom of your loom, grab the two bands that are on the top, take them, bring it to the right, and then we're going to start looping on the right side first. Going inside this peg, we're going to grab the bottom bands. There's just two in there. Bring it up. And make sure you're not going outside this capping band. Make sure you're going inside it. And then grabbing those bottom bands. And there you go. So now you have your diagonal bands right here underneath that on her shoulder part. So you want to go inside, grab the bottom two, bring it to the center, and you want to push that down. So you want to go back to the bottom of your loom, grab the last two bands. Oopsie. Let me just do that again. Grab the bottom two bands, hold your capping band down, bring it to the left, and then we're just going to start looping all those bands up. So go inside the peg, grab the bottom two, bring it up, bottom two, bottom two, bottom two, and the last bottom two. Now you want to work on these bands again, that is diagonally placed, which are her shoulders, which is, so you want to go inside the peg, bring those two to the center. Now I'm going to change the angle of my loom to here, and we are going to loop the bands on her neck part, which is here. So that's a total of 3 bands. Go inside this peg, and you might want to look from the side, make sure you're grabbing 3 bands and carefully bring it up. You have to be careful because there's a lot of tension in this area and you might snap your bands. So now grab top 2 bands, bring it up, top 2 again, bring it up, bottom 2, bring it up, and then bring this up. Go down again on her neck and chin area, grab the top 2 bands, bring it to the right, and then we're just going to start looping the right side of her face or head. And again, you have diagonal bands right here. You just want to grab those 2 and bring it to the center and give it push down. We are now on the last part of looping our bands, so grabbing those bottom 2 again, bringing it to the left, grabbing this bottom 2, bringing it up, bottom 2, bringing it up, and the last part is this diagonal bands. Grab the bottom 2 and bring it to the center. So now you want to take the bun that we made earlier, which is this one. I'm gonna just place it right there next to it. But now what you want to do now is start taking her off the loom. So you want to hold down on this peg because that is a loose end. You're gonna start from the sides to reduce the tension. You also want to loosen this part right here, which is the neck area, because there's a lot of bands in there, so there's a lot of tension created in that area. And there you go. So taking the bun that we made earlier, you want to stick your loom inside this peg right here where the loose end is. Grab those 2 green bands and you want to pull it through. There you go. And stretch the green band. Now taking the bun, put it inside those two green bands like this, and you've instantly created a slip knot right there. So you just want to take it off the loom like so, and you might want to give it a stretch. So just gave her a stretch, and this is what she looks like. You can stop right here, but I'm just going to show you how I made her wings. So you want to take your loom, offset configuration again with the arrows pointing towards you. You want to take your clear bands right here, and you want to take 2 bands, place it on any part of the loom. I would prefer the middle part, so I'm just taking 2 bands, stretch it up diagonally, and then you're going to take 2 more, bring it vertically, and you want to do that 2 more times, so you can have a total of 3. Let's see. I'm going to take 2 bands, stretch it out diagonally. I'm just going to bring my loop up so you can see. Take 2 bands at the top part, bring it down diagonally. Take 2 bands, just place them vertically. Take another 2, and another 2, another 2, diagonally. So you basically made a diamond shape, a long diamond shape on your loom. And then you're going to take 2 bands. You're going to place vertical bands from this peg to this peg. So to do that, I'm just going to change the angle of my loom. Take 2 bands, bring it down. 2 bands, bring it down. Take 2, bring it down. Another 2. Another 2, and another 2. So now you need to place your capping bands, and this time we're going to make an upside down triangle. So to do that, you want to take 1 single band, you want to take it here to there, and you're just going to place upside down triangles. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you should have a total of 4 upside down triangles on your loom. Now you want to take your hook, take 1 single clear band, twist it around once, so you can see 2 rings right there, and just going to place it at the end of the loom, or I mean at least where we ended placing the bands. Oopsie, let me just do that again. Now we are ready to loop the bands, so just go inside that capping band, grab the top 2 bands, and you might want to look from the side because you want to make sure you're grabbing the right bands. Bring it up, grab those 2 bands, bring it up, and you're just gonna bring this up until you reach the end. So we're working on the center part first, like so. Now going back down, grab again the top two bands. Make sure you're holding your capping band down. You don't want that to come off the loom, so just bring it to the side, which is the right side. Then you're just gonna bring this up, and then you want to bring this diagonal band to the center, like so. Last two bands, bring it to the left, just bringing everything up now, and on the last band, bring it to the center. So that is the first part of her wing. So you want to take it off the loom. To do that, you're just going to work on the sides first, like always. And then I just want to grab this where the loose end is. And there you have one of her wings. So you want to take one single band, stretch it, and pull it through all those bands right there. And make a slip knot by bringing this band inside this band. Give it a good tug, and there you go. So you want to start placing your bands again, and I'm going to show you how to attach this wing to the other wing. So take two bands. We're just going to basically do the same thing that we did for the first half of her wing. So you might want to pause and rewind. So now I'm just going to place my capping bands again, which is the upside down triangle. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So instead of placing a capping band over here, you want to take the first part of her wing. You're going to look for the capping band there, which is this one, this side. You want to stick it or place it on this part where the end. Now we're just going to start looping the bands again. So to do that, you just want to grab the first two bands. So just go inside that capping band. Just going to stretch it out here so I could see it more clearly. Just bring that up. Just same, it's going to be the same pattern of looping the bands from the first part of the wing. So so you can just pause and rewind so you can see how I worked on the first part of the wing, how I looped those bands. The only difference is that we didn't place a capping band on the second part of the wing because we used the capping band from the first half of the wing. Oopsie, just gonna hold on to that very carefully. And there you go. So we're just gonna start taking it off the loom again. Remember to hold on to this peg where the loose end is. I'm going to take one single clear band to secure the bracelet. So that one clear band, just going to pull it through. So once you've done that, you have her wings. So you want to just give it a stretch like so. And you want to hide these bands. So just stick anywhere on the part of her wing, just pull it through so you can hide it. So you have your wings now. And you just want to stretch it so you can see there's a hole in there. You want to stick your hook inside. And then you want to flip your Tinkerbell to the back side. And you will see these bands right here. These two top bands right there. You want to stick your hook in like so. Take one clear band. Slide it through and slide it through the wing. And then this is what you should have. So you're just going to create a slip knot. To do that, you know, you just put this band inside this band. Oopsie. I just do that again. Like so. Give it a tug. You can hide it if you want or not, because honestly it doesn't really matter because you won't be able to tell. So we're just going to stretch it out. Flip it from the front. You have your Tinkerbell right there. So there you go.